Alright, hello, good evening, and welcome to this week's BossConstructor development stream. Yeah, audio should be okay. Yeah, so what's going on? You may have noticed that the development speed has gone quite a lot up recently. So there have been many new features which have been implemented in the past few patches, and we are slowly but surely moving towards the beta phase, actually. So the alpha phase, where most of the main gameplay mechanics are implemented and sort of the basis of the game is formed, is slowly coming to its end. And you may be asking yourself, so what are we going to do today? Today we are going to make the endless mode. So the endless mode is, well, pretty straightforward actually. Endless mode, wave mode. Actually, I'm not completely sure how I should best call it. What I do know is that I should quit the Twitch preview, because otherwise it just takes up a ridiculous amount of resources. Wait a second. What's happening? Alright, so that is finished too. Alright, okay, so technical stuff figured out. Yeah, so what is the endless mode and what do we have to do? Basically we have to do the enemy wave creation. We have to make some basic UI, including wave preview. We need difficulty selection, wave preview, some general stuff, I guess. We need to create the enemy waves. We need to create maps for the endless mode, which are pretty much very simple maps, maybe a bit smaller than the usual maps, and having a little less obstacles, like, and a little less scenery and other stuff floating around. Yeah, then I guess we have to test it a bit and see if it works out. And as usual, we are going to update this list as we go along. Sounds pretty solid. Alright, so once the endless mode is done, we are basically only missing the mission mode, which is also going to be pretty straightforward and which I'm probably going to implement in the course of the next week. And yeah, obviously improvements and general stuff which I'm going to do in the course of the next weeks and month. But yeah, all right. Actually, before we start, I can just give you a brief update of what I've been working on previously. So first of all, if you leave a sector, let me just cheat to show it to you. You do get a score screen. So basically it calculates a score based on enemy ships you have destroyed, modules we have retrieved, destroyed, and so on, which is nice. And also, if you haven't followed progress for the past weeks or so, Galaxy map has been updated a lot. So first of all, the borders are now properly drawn, and drawn in a much nicer way actually. And perhaps more importantly, if you do liberate a trader, for example a shop or a tech lab, it is permanently attached to that sector. So you can always revisit it, and the trader's offer will improve based on your standing with that faction. And you can improve the standing with that faction by completing mission objectives, which I think is a way more intuitive and a way nicer way of doing this than it was before. I mean, previously you had these like tech branch based standing levels, which didn't make too much sense actually, to be honest, because each tech branch could be assigned to different factions, which was a bit confusing, and well, the factions didn't make much sense in that regard. Alright, yeah, good, so let's get started. Alright, so the first thing we are going to do is like an introduction screen where the player can choose the difficulty, and which will show a setup of enemies based on that difficulty. Based on the difficulty and based on the ship which the player is using. So what shall we use as a basis? So I'm sort of thinking of using the exploration intro because it already has a lot of selection stuff. Okay. So let's call it endless intro, I guess. Okay. Before we continue, we can add it to the list of game modes. So endless intro. Okay. It's going to get number, I don't know, 110. 110. And we have to add it to the start screen. So currently, oh, we already have a game state endless, I guess. Okay, which doesn't do anything yet. So instead of going to game state endless, we're going to game state endless intro. Alright, and we're going to delete this stuff, which will cause it to be active and playable. Good, good, good. Okay, so now let's simplify things a bit. So we do not need chips and we do not need bonuses. We do need the difficulty things, however. Alright. Okay, and we can remove all of this stuff. Chip bonus, div, selected size. Maybe it was a mistake to take this class because it's actually pretty elaborate and which has a lot of features which you do not really need necessarily. But whatever. Okay, I guess we can just delete a whole lot of stuff. So this can be deleted, ships can be deleted. I mean, basically you will just use the ship which you have selected in the hangar, so there's no real need to add a ship selection. Okay, this is the difficulty selection, which we can pretty much retain. With some small changes, okay. Yeah, it should be that. size can be removed, ship selection can be removed, bonus selection can be removed, and then we just have the start button. We will need some more stuff later on, so what we will need here is like a wave preview, so basically a little box which shows the enemies which can be expected, and that's pretty much it. Is that endless? Yeah. Actually, we're going to do it a bit differently. Going to call this endless mission instead of just endless, because that is pretty much what it's going to be. Okay. Game state endless mission, ID 111. Let me just briefly delete this file so that I don't get confused later on. Endless can be deleted. Okay. Whoops. Ah, what the hell? Toggle menu, toggle sidebar. Good. Alright, so let's see how many arrows we have. So ideally the endless mode is now selectable, and when we select it, we should get a screen which lets us select a difficulty. Alright. Okay, yeah, okay. This stuff will have to be improved. Alright, so first, what happens when the player hits start? This is basically what we have failed to specify. Okay, first of all we have an endless ship, and when we click on start, endless ship is created as a copy of the hangar ship. So it should be that. Does it work? Yeah, it works like that. Reset. Okay. Just to be sure, let's reset it. And also, yeah, let's set the credits to 0. Alright. What else do we need? So this stuff is pretty much not necessary anymore. Okay, so let's add some debug code. Start endless. I mean some tracking code, some metric code. Selected size is not important. Selected difficulty is important. And then we just set the game state to... actually, is it here? Yeah, it should be there. Game state endless mission. Okay, let's see if we found all the bugs. Endless ship cannot be referenced from a static context. Okay. So, yeah, actually let's make it static. Yeah, let's make it static. Okay, while we're at it, let's simplify this a bit. Yeah, I'm not sure yet if we really need this description and if it makes sense at all. I mean, we will have to figure it out, obviously. Select the div as R. Going to be deleted. Whoops. Select the div. The div as R. Okay. Stuff can get deleted. All right. What else? Okay, this is all instances of the same bug. Okay. Right. Okay, this should pretty much be the last part which we had to remove. All right. Okay. So we do not have a description yet. So let's just fix that. English state and okay. So we already have these guys. So endless intro. And also endless mission, which yeah, should pretty much have the same description. Okay, so the next time we update our resources, this should be fixed. Alright, and other than that, it's pretty much done. The tooltip is not correct, which we have to fix. And yeah, okay. So next we need to fix the tooltip. Which is done here. And I think which we can just safely remove. I mean, I guess it's pretty straightforward what the different difficulties are. Okay, start your journey. Okay. Okay, what do we need next? Next we need the wave preview. So let's create some text for that as well. This is going to be GS endless preview. Wave preview. And also instead of start your journey, I would like to call that proceed to next wave. Also. I'm not quite sure if proceed is the correct English word here. Proceed, next wave, continue, encounter, well, whatever. And also, this should not be called endless, it should be called like next wave. Okay. Okay. Actually, it's not really clear that we do need a title here at all. But actually, we have a lot of screen real estate, so it doesn't really matter if we are a bit verbose in this regard. Alright. And just briefly copy this stuff to our German. What did I do? Okay, doesn't really exist yet. So endless mode. Alright. Okay. Actually, we can call this a bit differently, because I actually forgot to mention that after every 5th sector, okay, you do have other options beside continuing with the next wave. You can visit the editor, so you can repair your ship between waves, and you can also visit shops. Alright. So basically the title should not only be Start Your Journey or Next Wave, it should actually be like actions. Like possible actions or so. Alright. Possible actions. Okay. Good, very good. So let's actually copy that here. Proceed. And here we're just going to add some more buttons later on. Yeah. So to do editor and to do shop. Good. Okay, so first let's see what happens when we click here. It crashes. Nice. Good. Well, I don't really know what it should do otherwise. So game set mission enter line 422. Okay. Good. Editor shop. Okay, good. I guess what we have to do next is to specify what type of map we should generate. Endless mission. Alright. So I guess we do need to create a map. Okay. It's not quite clear if the map should be created here or if it should be created in the preview. Yeah, I guess it should be created in the intro. So let's just remove this and replace it with game state endless intro map. Alright. And now here we can create the map. which we will specify here before we go to the actual mission. Alright. This ship. Stats Stuttgart. Okay, let's start like this. All right. Non-static, blah, blah, blah. My bad. Yeah. All right, good. We do get a mission. It is a random mission, so the mission is pretty much the same which we would have gotten by clicking here. But it's a start. It's a start. Okay, what do we do next? Okay, obviously the enemy creation is a key point. And I'm not quite sure at which place the enemies are created. Okay, enemy value, enemy ships init string. Init objects, init ships, allied ship. Init wave. If get no wave is not init wave. Actual enemy value. Ships add. Okay. Just make sure where this is created. Alright, it's created right in the beginning. Okay, so whenever we create a map, we should be able to figure out which ships come with the map, and then we should be able to print this in our preview over here. Alright, good, very good. So first, for convenience, let's make a function which we call update map, and which we will call in several places. Update map. Shouldn't really change, but endless ship is okay. Alright, so this should actually only be done when we first enter the intro mode, and we have to detect this by figuring out the previous state. This is a little bit complicated, so please bear with me. Where is it done actually? Graph game state. Okay. So unfortunately this is a bit hackish, but it's by far the easiest way to do it. Okay, so basically this endless intro mode will be used both at the beginning of the game and between different waves of the endless mode. So at this point we're going to have to figure out which mode we are in. Okay, so I'm going to call this first wave, and first wave is going to be true if the previous game state is game state start. Yep. So game state start is pretty much the game state where we can choose all the different game modes, and the following we are only going to do if we are in the first wave. So then we're going to set the default difficulty, and we're going to create the endless ship. Good. And then we're going to update the map. We're going to here as well as here. And in order to update the map, we're basically doing this. So we're going to set the player ship to our endless ship, and we're going to create a new map. Should be pretty much it. And should be pretty straightforward. And actually we are going to do this whenever we arrive at this point, which should work, yeah. So whenever we update our stuff, our UI stuff, we can update the map as well. Good. So now let's do our wave preview. Now that we have a map, which should be up to date. Wait a second. I have to be a bit careful. Because the maps which are generated are partially random. So if we update it every time, we will get a slightly different, we will get an incorrect preview. Okay, so we should actually only do it when we enter everything and when we change the difficulty over here. Alright. Speaking of which, we should make the difficulty depend on the selected difficulty. Or even better, or actually much better, we need a wave number, which will be initted to 1. And which we should also output at some point. And we should make a function which calculates the difficulty. Yeah, it's even better. So basically it should depend on the cost of our initial ship, which is the hangar ship. And it should be multiplied with our selected difficulty. Yeah, that should be pretty much it. Alright. What else do we need? It would be nice if we change our title depending on... Yeah. So basically we should make a title which depends on whether we have already played a map or if we have not. But actually we can do that later on. So first let's test if everything works so far. actually adjust the color on the camera. I look a bit odd, but I don't really know. Ah, okay, over here. Should stop looking so. But it's actually as far as it lets me configure it, so I guess I am just red yellow, so nothing to do about it. Okay. Cannot be referenced from a static context. Alright, so let's make it static as well. Let's make this guy static also. Good. Hi Stavoid, good to see you. Difficulty selection wave preview. So maybe we have already largely dealt with it. Let's just see if it works as intended. Okay, so let's start with this ship, for example. Okay, I guess I should output. I should actually make the preview before checking the preview. Yeah. It's just as a test. Let's do it on impossible. And well, not so much. Did you get the fog finished? Yes, I did. I can show you. Actually, a lot of stuff has changed in the exploration mode. So as you can see, we now have the fog here on the top. We have our sector borders which are now working. And one thing which I like a lot, you can now actually liberate the actual shops which are in the sectors. It doesn't really, you need to start a new exploration for it to really work. But I think it's a much better and much more intuitive system than the tech levels which we had before. Yeah, so actually a lot of progress incoming. Alright, let's do the wave preview. Wave preview over here. So the wave preview is pretty much, from a technical perspective, it's pretty similar to the ship selection in the exploration intro. So let's just steal our stuff from there. List ships, okay. Looks good. This intro. And alright. So we just take the ships from our map. It should actually be pretty much it. The difference is we cannot really... I mean, we can click on the ships, it doesn't do anything. Okay, cannot even select them. So that part is done. That part can be deleted as well. Yeah. Alright, let's see if it works. And let's actually make a clean build so that we can get our updated texts and localization stuff. Alright, yeah, this is pretty much a bit redundant. Okay, basic UI is largely done, I think. We will do some more UI as we go along and edit more features, but base stuff should be working. Alright, so this isn't working yet. Why is it not working? Enemy ships, ships add. Okay, so these are not actual ships, but names of ships. That's okay, so we need to yeah. So instead of having a ship directly, we need to create a ship. How is it done? Ships, create ships. Ship generator, get ship for desk. Alright, so let's steal this code and put it over here. Yeah. Wait, yeah. Ship is this. Right, yeah, should be working. Ship info, map ships. More ships. Ship whatever. Good. Oh, and also game state endless class is not found. Where's that? It is in button start. Okay, game state endless mission is correct. Alright, yeah. It's actually strange that it didn't give us this error earlier on, because we actually haven't really changed anything about it. Alright, so let's see if our wave creation works correctly. Ah, yeah, okay. We also need to make difficulty curve, depending on endless mode. Survive against enemy waves. Alright. So this is what we would get. Alright, on normal difficulty. On easy difficulty it actually looks harder, and on impossible. It looks a bit random actually. Okay, on easy it is fewer ships, but I feel like it should be even easier. Okay, normal. This is 75%, okay. I guess this should be like 50% and this should be like 400% or so. Just to make it a bit more extreme. Alright. Adjust that. So let's put in, I guess 60%. 60% would be nice. Okay, and hard should be, I guess 175%. Should be like 400%. That should be pretty hard actually. Okay, and now let's test if these ships actually appear. So we should have a small guy and a really big guy. And that didn't work at all. My guess is that update map is called another time before we actually, yeah, okay. So, yeah, it was pretty much a mistake. Because every time we call update map, it updates everything. By everything I mean the ships. Okay, that should be fixed. We can do more before we continue. And by more I mean we can adjust some things. Yeah, what do I mean? The endless maps are supposed to be pretty simple maps, so we are going to reduce the amount of stuff which is going on. Okay, so first of all, let's extend x, extend y, right? I don't quite remember what the correct way is to set all this stuff. Okay, property value. Good. Alright, so let's go to our update map function. Let's see how the constructor looks like. Okay, enemy value, enemy ships, init string. But I guess alternatively we can also just use the set function after everything is done. Alright. So map set extend x to 5 or 6, extend y to 6, and then let's remove all of this stuff which we do not need. So we do not want cosmic wind. Let's set it to 0. We also do not want rich asteroid fields. And in general we want very few asteroids, so let's just set it to 1. So just one asteroid field. We also don't want... This looks a bit buggy actually. Fix me is not a good sign. Let's disable it for a while. Minefields should be removed. Jump gates should be removed. Debris is just scenery, we can leave that. But shops, gamblers and tech labs should be removed. And also allied chance, which is the probability of an allied ship spawning, should be non-existent. Okay, and we also can set the goals. Kill any, kill boss, kill freighters, kill station. So the goal should always be to kill all enemy ships. Okay, goal kill all. How does it work actually? Is it just a string? The goal? I guess so. Let's just try if we can just do it like this. Okay, sub goals? Set goals, goal. Alright. Goal, main goals. Let's see if we can just do it like this. Set goal, kill all. And sub goal should be... I don't know actually. Actually there should be none. But I don't know if it works if we just set it to an empty string. But we can test that later on. Let's give it a try. Alright, so the difference between the difficulty grades should now be more pronounced, which we can test. The sectors should be simpler and have less clutter, which we can also test. And yeah, just see if that part works. Alright, normal difficulty. Easy difficulty. I mean, sometimes it really seems a bit random. I don't know. I guess I have to... Ah, okay, I think I know what the reason... No, I don't. Alright. And impossible... I don't really get it. I guess we'll have to take a detailed look at how this is done. Alright, but for now, let's try a new wave. And that didn't work at all. So we have traders, which we did not want, and the sector size is also not correct. And we have rich asteroids. Okay, so that didn't work at all. I wonder why that is. And by wonder, I mean I've forgotten how I've done that a few months ago. So creating map, done. And then all these things are initted, and they're basically initted by just setting these constants. Okay, I also just figure out one of the reasons why the waves are so random. And the reason is that depending on this stuff, the how should I put it? So basically the game adjusts the enemy's strength based on stuff that is in the sector. For example, if it is a very good sector, for example because there is a shop, then it will increase the enemy's strength. Or for example, if there is a minefield, which is sort of difficult, it will reduce the difficulty. Alright, and we do not really want that. I actually basically want to just completely turn off this automatic generation of stuff. So I guess we're just going to give it no scenery and no objects. Let's see, image string. Okay, let's try it like that. Let's try it like that. I don't quite understand it because this should actually work as well. Let's try. Okay. Again, this didn't work at all. I don't quite understand, to be honest. I see there is one. Tendency. dependency, actual enemy value. Goes kill all. No objects is 1. Alright, yeah, let's do some debugging. I have no idea. Actually, okay. Okay, let's see. First, let's see if this parameter is set actually. I mean, it should be. Obviously. Okay. Okay. Okay, it seems we are sort of getting the wrong map, because here there's a map created which is correct, and here we have an incorrect one. Okay. Okay. Strange. Strange. Very strange. Okay, is there another place where we create a map? Okay, we create a map here. Alright. Yeah, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. If we create a new map down here, but it should work like this. Good. Good. That should be that. I really don't get it. We have to do some testing on this later on. And it crashes. Why does it crash? Map init. Array index out of bounds, okay. Maybe not supposed to do it like this. Quite sure. Okay. Wait a second. Okay, actually let's do it like this. So after we changed all this stuff, let's manually set the nice value to 0, and then let's just call it wave again. We are going to manually clear the list of ships. Then we're going to create a new wave of ships. Yeah, this should maybe improve stuff. Alright, way better I think. Easy, normal, hard, impossible. Sort of, I guess. Now does it work? Yes, it does work. Oh, we should remove automated factories. It might be a bit problematic otherwise. And we should also remove these loot boxes, maybe? Or maybe not, maybe we should leave them in. And okay, mission updating didn't work. So I guess we have to do that manually as well. Okay, mission updating and autofac removal. Good. Okay, so I guess setting the goal like this didn't work for some reason. Goal. Set goals. Goal. Okay, it has to be plural, I think. Alright. Alright. Just have a look how the goals are actually processed. Good question. Is it here? Yep. Goals. Survive. Split. Yeah, I guess we can just give it an empty string. That should suffice to remove the sub-goals. I hope. Okay, now the goal should be destroy all enemies. And since we are not going to do that, we are going to copy a cheat function. Oops. Cheat. God mode, warp out. Yeah, actually warp out should it? What do we need? Warp out. Win. Execute win. Let's check in a second. First, let's see if it works. Okay, destroy all enemies. Missing goal is optional. Yeah, sort of, I guess. And the ships are also correct now, which is nice. Sweet. I think the difficulty may be a bit too high here, so we have to make the early waves easier, I think. Alright. Execute win. Yeah, we will have to override this function. Alright, okay. So first let's update our cheat function to give it a win button, which will do execute win. Yeah, okay. So normal missions have a jump gate, which you can use to exit the sector. But in this case, we are not going to have jump gates. Instead, you're just going to warp out when you are done. So let's implement that function. So in an endless mission, append void execute when with warp out. So in addition to winning, you're also going to warp out of the sector. Good. Good. Next, let's reduce. Yeah, actually now let's do the difficulty curve. That's a good point, I guess. So basically I want to have a sort of a difficulty progression. If you can, so let me show it like this. So it's going to be pretty low in the beginning, and then it's going to increase in like a pseudo exponential manner. And let's just create a function let's just test to make a function that has this property. So obviously we are going to need to have like a quadratic term. And let's just see. So let's just do a very simple test here in R. So x is 1 to 15, so our first 15 sectors. And let's just do very simple difficulty, which is, say, 40% plus 5% times x plus 0.001 times x, maybe? So will this work? Actually, we can plot it, actually. Is it like this? No. Type. Yeah. All right. All right. What can we say? Well, I guess the quadratic term is not strong enough to provide the push which I sort of intended. So let's just increase this factor. Okay, so now we have 0.5 in the beginning, gradually continuing. It's hard to say actually, just by looking at this graph. I think it sort of makes sense, right? So in a way, after 5 sectors, we will get enemies which are approximately as strong as we are ourselves, on normal difficulty. And then after 5 more sectors, the enemies will be twice as hard as we were initially. And then after 5 more sectors, they're going to be like 250% stronger. Yeah, okay. So let's start with these parameters. I mean, we can adapt these as we go along, obviously. But I think it should be a good starting point. Good, difficulty curve. Where is it? So we have our calculate difficulty function. Time. Okay, so let's make a new function. Static float. Let's call it difficulty progression of the float x, and it's just going to be this. 0.4 plus 0.505 times x plus 0.01. Alright. That is over here. Okay, so the very first sector will be 45%, 46%, and then it's going to get progressively harder as we go along. Alright. Actually, I should also increase the wave number whenever we get back to this. Which we should also specify, by the way. Warp out target. Okay, so warp out target needs to be specified. And warp out target is game state endless intro class. Okay, fair enough. Okay, let's give it a try. Oops. Let's kill our R. So now the first wave should be way easier. If prog x is incorrect, okay. Yeah, it should be wave num, not x. Good. Okay. Alright, so it should be way easier now in the beginning. So let's just give it a try. And by give it a try, I of course mean let's just cheat the hell out of it. And okay, what happens if we win? Okay, we get back here. And actually we have no real indication whether we are in the next wave or not. Yeah, we actually need to improve this. Okay, so let's do it now. If we first enter the state, we should get this select difficulty screen. If we go back here afterwards, so after we played a wave, it should just give us like welcome to wave number 5 or whatever. Okay. Wave num is 1. First wave. Actually we don't need this first wave stuff. Actually we can just check if the wave number is 1 or if it is greater than 1. Good. And here, let's make like a branch depending on it. So if wave num is 1, we do this. And if it is not, let's make a new text. To English. Welcome to wave, and then we just add the wave. Good. very good. So let's do it like this. And let's add a space and let's add the wave number. Okay. And we pretty much don't need this stuff. Yeah, I guess like this. Okay. Okay, we still have to check this. Enemy wave creation is already working and map creation is working as well. So now we have to check if the difficulty curve is working. And we can also already have a look at the next feature, which will be the editor. Yeah. I'm assuming we will need like a special version of the editor, which has like, which just knows which are the correct ships and the correct inventory and so on. So, all right, let's use our in-mission editor, which is the editor from the exploration mode, and let's save it as endless editor. So, okay, good. And we're going to edit over here, endless editor, give it 112, and then we are going to add a locale here. Like this, editor, repair, upgrade, create your ship. Let's add it to the German version as well, so you don't forget it later on. Editor, good, very good. Show filter quality is true. Get switch states are exploration test and this is a bit annoying, I guess. Okay, so endless intro should be the state into which we return when we are done editing. And maybe I need it's a bit annoying. Exploration test. Yeah, I guess I'll have to. Yeah, let's just do it. Let's just make a copy here. Let's call it endless test. Let's edit over here as well. Which will get us back to game state endless intro and endless editor. Yeah, I guess you see why it is sort of annoying to deal with. But whatever. Good. This is new ship, player ship. Is it player ship? I guess it is player ship. Okay. Just check if the endless editor is correct. Init ship, hangar ship is player ship, is new ship of player ship. AI is okay. Yeah, we're just going to skip this one. Maybe we should do it later on. So this is basically about exporting your ship to the hangar. Yeah, I guess we can just do it. We can just do it like this. Make a copy of this. It's called exploration ship name. It's called end this ship name. Just whatever. It's not a vital feature anyway, regardless of how you look at it. Okay. Okay. Alright. Should pretty much work. I think we are not going to use this endless ship. Instead, we are just going to use player ship. It seems to be the standard way of doing it. Yeah. Otherwise, we'll probably get confused here at some point. Alright, so let's remove this stuff. And we're actually pretty much done. Yeah, actually we are pretty much done. We just need to add a button. So let's make it button editor. Editor, game state endless editor class, false. I think we do not need to override that stuff, and let's just make it available from wave 2 onwards. Alright. Give it a try. See if it compiles. Okay, so the button is missing. Guess we just forgot to add it. Yeah, we did. So we need to add the button. And we also need to move to the right so that it isn't overlapping. Like this. Alright. But we can already test if the other stuff is working. So, okay. So basically, go to next wave. And if we win the wave, okay, we are now in wave 2. Wave 2. Wave 2. And we can no longer select the difficulty, which is nice. I'm thinking of making these disabled because it looks like you can click on them, but you really can't. So enable this false. But let's just click through like 10 waves to see how the difficulty progresses. 4, wave 5. I mean, can't really tell if it's not working or. I mean, the ships are getting a bit bigger. Okay, now we have 2 ships. Wave 9. Wave 10 has 2 bigger ships. Wave 11 has 3 ships. Okay. Wave 12, right? 13. Alright. I mean, the enemies do seem to get progressively stronger. And I guess we can output the target strength as well. Okay. Let's do it like this. Set a bracket and output the rounded difficulty. Of the enemy ships. Good. Good. Now let's see if our editor works. So I guess difficulty curve is working. So let's mark that off. Okay, we do have an editor button, which doesn't have a text yet. And now when we come here, it should give us our editor. Okay. So it shouldn't allow us to cheat actually, but we should be able to test our ship. Okay, which took us to the wrong editor actually, because now we're in exploration mode, which immediately crashes. Game state endless test. Oh, we got to the wrong. Okay, game state endless editor, endless intro, endless test. Okay. All right. And let's just, to be sure, let's just make a clean build so that we get correct locales. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is to add shops and tech labs. And the idea is pretty much that you will get a shop like every 3 or 4 sectors. I'm not quite sure yet. What makes sense. And it's going to be a random shop which has very good stuff. So it should be profitable to save up for good stuff and get it. Maybe I'm also going to give you a little cash bonus after each round. I'm not really sure yet. That makes sense. Alright, where were we? Okay. Okay, to the editor. Go back to the endless mode, go back to the editor. Okay, this is incorrect. So we shouldn't really proceed to the next wave whenever we go to the thing. So we need to check that. Yeah. So only if this is endless mission. Good. Okay, let's see if the in-mission test works. Okay, seems to work. This should take us back to the editor. Okay, this should take us back to the endless mode. Alright, that seems to be working. Very nice. Okay, what we can check next is how this works with ships of different size. So if you have a big ship like this one, or I'll just take this one, it just should give us more extreme challenges. Yeah, like this. Okay, which I like, definitely like. Let's take like a really huge ship. Let's take this one, I guess. I sort of forget, did we actually update the game? I wonder. I mean, we can just check if the same errors are still there. Okay, it should really allow me to go back to the editor. That's sort of a bug. And it also shouldn't allow me to go, maybe. I mean, the problem is that this is sort of. Good question. I think it should allow you to do that, but it should give you a warning prompt before. Yeah. I think it's the same as in the in an exploration mission. Yeah, log switch states. This is how it's done. Game state, endless mission, like this. Good. Okay, visiting editor works. Now we only need the shops and tech labs and we are done. Good, very good. So how are we going to do it? I'm thinking of making a shop in every third sector. Yeah, okay. All right. Okay, let's make a copy of our editor button and make it a shop button. Little text. And okay, let's do it like this. Shop in sector 0 or no 3, 6, 9, 12 and so on. It is enabled if wavenum modulo 0 is 0. And yeah, button title text. So we need a text description, executable. Okay. So XY. Text should be endless shop. Visit module trader, I guess. And shop desk will be next trader in before wave. All right. Good for the German version as well. Good. Okay, so our title like this, and the description will include the information where we will get our next trader. Yeah, it's like this, and Okay, ravenum plus 3 minus ravenum percent 0. Does it make sense? Okay, so if we have 8, we do plus 3, which will give us 11. And we're going to do minus 8% 3, which is 2. So 11 minus 2 will be 9. Seems reasonable. Seems reasonable. Okay, what if we are in the exact same sector? So if we are in 9 plus 3 minus 0. Alright, yeah, this is going to work. This is going to work. Good. Next, we need to add some functionality. So the job. And what is visit job going to do? Let's steal some code from over here, I guess. Maybe not. Oh, seeing a lot of deprecated stuff actually. Doc shop. This whole part is deprecated actually. I wonder if I can safely remove it. Yeah, I can do it some other time. It's released. Alright, shop is new shop. Shop dog. Update GUI. Alright. 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 So let's create a new shop. Let's give it a random faction. Seed is not required actually. And let's just check what the research tiers are. Is branch affected here? Research tiers, style, image style. Yeah, actually we can do that manually, I think. Actually we don't even have to do it, we can just adjust this part here. That should pretty much work. Yeah, and that would actually almost be it. Unless the doc function isn't working correctly. This game state splash like this. Pause, okay. Doc time. Seems good enough for me. Let's give it a try. Actually, I'm going to disable remove tech labs. So yeah, I mean tech labs would require you to do OR processing and all sort of stuff. Oops. I have actually accidentally changed some stuff here. Yeah, okay, and we also have an error over here. That operand type for okay. So we're going to have to put some brackets over here. Okay, immediately crashed. But why? Division by 0. 276. What? 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 I mean, well, we haven't changed anything else, but I don't really see how we... Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Not so mysterious after all. Okay, actually I can already start to adjust the patch notes for today. Okay, isn't it? So here it should be in before wave 3. Okay, so okay, this should also be fixed actually. Missing goal. Actually, let's fix that now. Goal create, goal not found. What does it say? It says missing goal. Goal create. This should be in mission, right? This is not null. That should solve that. So we're pretty much dead over here, so let's just cheat our way out. Okay, now we can access the editor or go to the next wave. Yeah. And now we can access the shop. So, count credits -1 is sort of not good. Okay, I guess we have to change that as well. So insert endless intro when we start a new game. It's sort of strange. We do set the credits to 0, but for some reason still tells me -1. Yeah, let's give it a try. Let's delete this stuff. Go to the shop. Sell some stuff. Alright. Yeah. Seems to be working. Seems to be working. It's a little bit strange that we do have credits set to -1. Let's see if we can find why that might be. Credits are parent credits. Yeah, but I mean, we do explicitly set it to 0 over here, so it shouldn't really be an issue. Sort of annoying bug. I mean, it's not really like a huge bug, but it's sort of strange. It's sort of strange. Okay, visiting shops seems to work. So we are actually pretty fast today. We're actually pretty fast. So let's do the patch notes. Okay, good. So let's recompile everything. Okay. Right. Either way, I'm guessing that there are still tons of bugs in this game mode. Okay, so for example, this text is missing. Game state endless editor. Oops. Yes. Game state endless editor. Yep. It is. Should be fixed now. Win. Next wave. Win. And now. Okay, count grades on how 0. Is it normal? Is this looking sort of purplish? Okay, good. Yeah, I think we're pretty much done. I just need to make sure that the localization is now done correctly. But yeah, I think we're pretty much done feature-wise. So this actually has been a pretty productive stream today. And we have created the endless wave mode, which is one of the 2 modes which are missing in the game. The other being the challenge mission mode, which I'm going to work on next week, as well as some other features which are still missing. But we are pretty much well on track. Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to finish the alpha phase of the game pretty soon. Actually, yeah, good. Upgrade your ship monitor, next trailer before wave 3. I guess we could add like a colon or like a dot at the end. Where is it? Over here. All right. But aside from that, we are pretty much done. Maybe I guess we should test what happens when you have like really many ships. If there's like, if we are like running out of space in that case. So let's do like this ship. And let's put it on impossible, which will spawn 10 ships, okay. Alright. Yeah, AI is actually not working too well in these cases, I think. Well, I guess the flak can really might be a bit OP. But that's for another stream to decide. Alright. Right. I guess just to be on the safe side, let's make the sector a tiny bit bigger. So now we had like 6 by 6. So let's just make it 7 by 7. That should give us like how many? Like just one row and one column extra in each direction, which should make it harder to get to the limit where no more ships can spawn, because we're running out of space. Alright, so everything has compiled. And yeah, alright, that's pretty much it. So now I'm just going to deploy it and finish my stream for today. So as usual, thank you very much for watching. If you haven't done so already, check out the game. It's on Steam, early access. Feel free to, get it and let me know what you think. And as usual, post your ideas and thoughts in the discussion boards. And if you like, just join me again next week. Yeah, so next dev stream is going to be at 6 p.m. GMT as usual, starting on next Sunday. Alright, thank you very much for watching. Have a nice week and